Hello again, gamers, coming to you with a new hands-on mini review today. Now today we've got a game called Claybook, which is both developed and published by Second Order. So Claybook is a unique world made entirely of clay. Everything acts like it's made of real clay. Every inch of the environment can be shaped and moulded. Everything has matter inside it, not just an outer shell. Clay can be deformed, destroyed and frozen to solid. In the game, you step into the shoes of brave kids who bring the Claybook to life. Sounds a little Jumanji. Each chapter of the book challenges you with unique obstacles and puzzles. You possess clay blobs and morph them into different shapes in order to overcome tricky situations. Each shape has its own strengths and weaknesses. Some even have special powers. So reading from the blurb, we've got awesome features. So play through challenging chapters by yourself or with a buddy in split screen of up to 4 players. Sandbox mode, where you can mess around freely with all of the clay shapes and the environment. Compete against others in the leaderboards. A bunch of achievements that challenge you to use the clay shapes and environment differently. A unique clay simulation and visualization technology that's been designed from the ground up for user-generated content, making it easy for players to unleash their creativity. Epic multicolour clay fluids with erosion. Amazing in-game creation tool that lets you build your own books and chapters and share them with the Claybook community. You don't need any technical skills or have modding experience. Anyone can create and share directly inside the game without hassle. Discover and play new community creations directly inside the game. All of the creations are small in size, which makes the discovering and playing a smooth experience, even with a slower network connection. So, this is it. This is Claybook. So as you can see, everything's made of, like the blurb says, a very obviously clay environment. Looks a little bit like your standard claymation, you know, like Wallace and Gromit movies, Chicken Run, that sort of thing. It's very much geared towards creators. I have to be honest, this is only a first look because I only spent about an hour with the game. I didn't get a great deal of time with the creation tools because I'm not that creative when it comes to game stuff. So people who used to build awesome levels on something like Little Big Planet, they'll get a kick out of this, trying to make puzzles out of the clay. For me, not so much. I enjoyed the hour I had with it, working my way through the inbuilt stuff, yes, but I started to find that I was doing more arguing with the physics of the game than actually enjoying the game. As you can see from the footage here, this level is mostly geared towards digging a hole through a container so that the liquid clay will leak out and fill another container. And boy, was that more difficult than it needed to be. As you can also plainly see, I had to argue with the camera a fair bit. Now that's not to say that this is by any means a bad game. It's really well made. The graphics are beautiful. It does look really good. They've achieved exactly what they set out to achieve. A claymation playing field for your imagination to just run wild. The problem for me lies in the physics just felt really sluggish and clunky. Things didn't quite work the way I'd planned. Maybe that's a problem with me, I don't know. But it's definitely more one for more creative people than myself. Definitely worth a download if you're one of those people that likes to make their own levels. So, the Little Big Planet creators, I'm looking at you. Here we've got a level where everything's made out of chocolate. New objective, eat chocolate. Yes please. Now, even though I'm whinging about the physics and saying that this isn't really my sort of game, the hour that I played on it, I did manage to at least finish the levels that are built into it. not necessarily 100% by any means, but I made my way through them, which sort of proves to me that it takes you an hour to beat the game as such. It's obviously built more for the creative crowd, and I know I keep saying that because that's the sort of people who I hope, if they watch this, will happily pick this game up and give it a go. From a creation standpoint, it is great. You build your entire level like this, and on you go. I didn't really get a chance to try any of the puzzles that other people had created, because at the time I played it, there weren't that many people on there. I'm recording this a good couple of weeks after the fact, which is why my review hands-on seems a little bit stunted, and I'm basically going on the key points that I remember from my hour with the game, which are: it was fun, the physics pissed me off, the camera wasn't great, and I'm not creative enough. Basically, if you can get to grips with the camera and you can understand the physics better than I can, go for it. If you can spot it for a couple of quid here and there, or I mean, this was recorded on my PS4, so if it comes on like the free games with PlayStation Plus, definitely give it a go. Definitely. In closing, I just want to say thank you to the guys at Second Order for letting me have a review copy of the game. I know I'm probably not giving you the great score that you wanted, and I'm sorry, but this isn't really for me. I liked the bright, colourful visuals and the creepy kid in the background. I did like that little touch there, I'm not sure if you can see it, where the kid's moving the joystick that he's got in his hand that's very reminiscent of the Atari, and that's believably what's controlling the current ball of clay that I've just absorbed a bridge with. However, I will probably come back to this at some point. I haven't deleted it off my console, which is a good sign, because that always means I mean to go back through it again, because it's been a couple of weeks now. I really want to check out some of the community creations on this, and that's what I liked about Little Big Planet as well, was I was crap at it, I couldn't make anything, but I really enjoyed the user-generated content of that game. Same with all the Little Big Planets, with Mod Nation Racers. I enjoy seeing what the community can create. So I'm going to go back on this, and I think you should all at least give it at least a try. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to leave you for now, and I'll see you all next time.